Dennis and Jason here with ETBliff.com. Episode number 8. Sunday. How are you?
Great. For a cloudy Sunday.
Yeah.
Been raining since like 3 in the morning. 2 in the morning, something like that.
We had a nice light show last night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So once again, we just finished from the gym. We had a very good leg day. Squats, box squats, leg presses.
We did squats, box squats today.
Yeah.
Some leg presses.
It was kind of interesting that girl asked us what box squats were for.
Is that what she asked? I wasn't paying attention to her.
She was speaking very low, and it was kind of hard to. She's like, I was like, the music is blurry in there, and I'm half deaf. I'm like, what?
You mean the Lady Gaga they have playing on in there?
Yeah.
Get you amped up.
Yeah, but she was asking like, what's the point of box squats, kind of thing, and I was like,
she asked what the point was.
Yeah, like why would you? She was like, why would you?
I thought she was asking like what muscles it works out.
Well,
compared to regular squats.
Yeah, well, basically the whole like why we would do them, and
she was pretty fit. Did you see her?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was doing good stuff too. She wasn't like, I saw her doing some stuff in the corner, like some kind of actual leg stuff. But yeah, because she was talking about how like she had a trainer trying to get her to do like when you do squats starting from the bottom position.
Yeah.
How she had a trainer trying to get her to do that one time or something, and she didn't understand why or what the purpose of it was. So I guess the guy just didn't explain to her why. I mean, the reason you do it is because that's usually the hardest part of the squat is the bottom part getting back up. Yeah. So that's why a lot of times they'll start at the bottom so you get used to it and get that little bounce back up. But yeah, my numbers are down beyond belief.
Well, there's clearly those other 2 girls that were doing on the squat right next to us. That was entertaining to watch.
Well, I mean, it's
in a sense that they had no idea what they were doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
She goes, it was funny. I was half listening to her, and she had like 135 on the bar, and she's like telling her friend, she's like, just watch me. She goes, if I start going down, you got to come and like grab me or something like that, or help me, something like that. And she unracks the bar, and she like breathes in like really heavy. It goes down like 2 inches and then back up.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
I mean, I know I've talked about that before before you joined me on the podcast, like telling people like, hey, you should probably do this, but it's a hard thing to approach somebody.
You can't tell anyone what to do.
I know, it's kind of hard, because then there was a kid afterwards and we were doing shrugs who was doing front squats, but his elbows were like down by his side. Like, you need to have your elbows up high. You want to have that bar basically across your collarbone almost.
Yeah.
Because if you have it low, you're basically going to be leaning forward. But it's kind of like, well, how do you tell a kid, And then he was doing deadlifts. He was basically doing Romanian deadlifts. Like, his legs were just straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how you go up to somebody and be like, hey, can I give you a pointer?
You don't.
I mean, I did that one time to a kid at my gym, and then he just never showed up again. He was doing squats. I was like, hey, you should try gripping the bar like this. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't tell anyone what to do anymore.
Yeah.
It's not worth my time.
Well, I mean, if you can help somebody out.
Oh, you'd love to
help them. It's just if they're
them,
receptive to it.
That's the thing. Most people get opinionated, though. They go online and read something about how you're supposed to do it, and they'll be like, no.
That's the thing, because you would think people, like, I know you said before, like, you just go online and look at stuff. It's not that difficult. Like, if you're going to try a new exercise, at least look up how to do it. Where do you think
that guy that got all the bad form ideas about doing front squats and then deadlifts from? He went online and read something, or read one of those, like, muscle and fitness magazines that, like, shows, like, a guy that's like 400 pounds and on steroids doing it. And he's like, this is what I do to get big.
Well,
kid believes him.
He might have just read, hey, do front squats. And then that's about it. He didn't watch a video or anything. Or he did watch a video and they were just doing them incorrectly.
Yeah, well.
I don't know.
I listened to that one guy, that one powerlifter that's in my gym.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, he also has been doing this for most of his life. I mean, he's like 45, has a 600-plus pound bench.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he goes in the gym and plays around with, he like warms up with like 400 on the squat.
That's insane.
So, I mean, that guy I can listen to. But if I had anyone else come up to me and tell me that I was doing something wrong, I'd tell him, get the hell out.
Yeah, see, well, yeah. Because I've heard of people like coming up to people telling that they're squatting wrong because their knees are going past their toes. It's like, I don't know how the hell you expect to squat. But that's perfectly fine. Speaking of which, the CrossFit games are on TV. I know how you feel about CrossFit and a lot of trainers and stuff out there.
That's all the trainers do in my gym right now.
I'm not saying those people aren't fit. They are fit. But
no, they're very fit.
They just do a lot of
crazy shit. They're incredibly fit.
A lot of crazy shit that lead to injuries. But
aren't they supposed to avoid injuries, though?
Yeah.
By doing it the way they do it?
Well, that's the whole thing. Is they're kind of, but they'll have them do like 5,000, cleaning presses. Like that's just not gonna work.
Well, my old CIO company I used to work at was a huge advocate for it. I mean, he told me he tried on many times to convert me from a regular lifter to a CrossFit person.
Well, I mean, it'll keep people's attention because it's constantly changing. It's different workouts every day.
Yeah. Well, that's why he tried to get me to start it up. He gave me he paid for an account for me on their website and stuff like that, and
I remember you sent me the meal plan stuff kind of thing.
Had me signed up for all
that
their
wasn't
stuff.
Too bad.
And but I remember the only thing that happened to him. I mean, I just see him in the gym. We go to the gym after work together, and I remember just seeing him, and he'd doing those 500 of those pull ups.
Yeah, the kips.
The body pull ups.
Yeah, the kips, called. Body kips.
And then he'd do
like a worm.
He had 2 or 3 exercises, daily exercises that they told him what to do for that day, and he'd go there and do them. I mean, he was done in the gym in 30 minutes with 100 leg kippers or whatever they're called, and then some other stuff. It was crazy. But the only thing that happened to him, he actually he blew his eardrum out doing something. Yeah, he had vertigo. He got vertigo doing CrossFit.
Yeah, they tend to have that attitude of go hard or go home, and I agree, go hard or go home. But there's a point.
What he's doing. He's doing such high intensity stuff, and
yeah, there's a point where you got to stop. If you're, I mean, we've all seen videos of people doing something and they're deadlifting and they just keep going and they just pass out because you have that. I mean, and you'll realize that when you try to lift something heavy and you can't, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to lift this, and you stop and you just feel lightheaded. Obviously you're not gonna be able to lift that. Don't keep trying to do that or.
Well, that's how I felt when we did leg presses today.
Oh yeah.
On my last set.
Well, that kind of feeds into the whole thing where I want to talk about peaks, valleys, and breaking those barriers.
Time off.
Yeah, because my lifts have been shit lately. I can't squat.
Why don't you go ahead and tell everyone about your just go over your squats numbers.
Well, my squats were
for the past month and a half.
Back in July. End of July, I think I have it written down. I was doing 425. I was warming up with 315, and now 315 is a debacle. 365 is almost my max. Did I do 385 at all today? I think I did it once. Or no, you're right.
You did it off the bar.
I got to the bottom, and then you had to help me up.
Yeah, I had to pull you up. No, but remember when you first started? We started doing these weekends. Mm-hmm. Where you came to my gym on the weekend and we did squats. You were doing 405, 3 or 4 times.
Nothing.
No problem. And nice deep squats too. And I remember there was one time where you got 425, and I
think I did it twice.
Something like that. You got that, and that was your peak. Then ever since then, the next couple of weeks you did 405, but you
couldn't even do that.
You could do it once, and then but 425 wasn't even in the question anymore. You did 405, just once, and not great form, and then you stopped doing 405. A couple weeks later, you couldn't do 405 anymore. You got to 385. You're still doing 385, okay, but now you're to the point. About 3 months later? Now you're to the point with you put 385 on the bar.
Yeah, 2 months later, I think.
And it's a no-go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, I'm cutting right now, but that's too big.
Well, what are you cutting out? Just snacks?
Well, no, I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm trying to get back down to 180. But it's
are you drastically doing not intaking, liquids?
Well, I'm eating what I
need
to. I'm eating what I need to meet.
So you're eating lean proteins, some carbs in there, but no empty calories. Is what you're saying? No empty calories
yeah. Because I mean, my numbers have always been the best when I would just eat anything and everything, and that's that's kind of the whole powerlifting.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you just big fat dudes, but they can lift like a motherfucker. Yeah, well. But you're kind of a special case, I think.
Yeah, I'm special. I've heard that plenty of times.
But yeah, it's such a drastic. I mean, granted, I haven't been sleeping well, and for somebody who,
that's why I bought that stuff. We can talk about that too.
Yeah, well, I see. That's the thing, because it's funny because I track all these things, right? I write them all down, but I have too many variables at any given time to figure out what I'm doing wrong.
When's the last time you took off? A solid week off of not lifting anything.
Probably a couple of weeks ago, because
you did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, because that was when my elbow was really screwed up, and I couldn't even hold the bar on a squat.
So that's my problem. I haven't taken off a week for about 2 years now.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole taking a week off is more. It's not even muscular. It's a mental thing. It's a nerve thing. Because overtraining comes from.
That's what the guy I talked to at the gym, the powerlifter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a national competitor, but he always tells me you have to take off every 10 weeks of training. You have to take off a week.
Yeah.
Take off a full week. He goes, you don't do any, not even maintenance lifts. He goes, you just don't even go to the gym for an entire week.
Yeah.
10 weeks of lifting, 1 week off, and then back on again.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have to give your body that rest. Like I said, it's not even a muscular thing, because your muscles are fine. It's that nervous thing. Well, it's like you're having somewhat of an issue getting past parallel on your squats.
On heavy.
On the heavyweight.
On
yeah.
heavy.
And that's just
on
all
a
mental.
max.
That's just all mental.
Yeah. But go back to your talk about your lifts going down.
Yeah, they're all shit now.
Your deadlift?
My deadlift was, well, I did 500 that day, right?
Yeah, your deadlift was going up.
And I was repping out like 4 or 5, and now 4 or 5 is like my max. Like I tried to do 455 that day, didn't even move the bar. That's sad. I used to have like little kids lining up to watch me because nobody else lifts heavy in my gym.
Now you fail. You're not here
now
anymore.
I fail. Now they're standing there. I'm like, jeez.
They moved on to someone else.
Yeah, all the bodybuilders in the gym doing like 45 reps of, lighter weight. Oh well. Whatever.
I'm telling you, I think it's.
That kind of feeds into part of the other thing is we tend to think that, obviously when you have beginner gains, somebody who just starts working out, they're going to have huge gains. I mean, you saw it with your squat because you never used to squat, and then you started squatting, and it was like, it went from like the bar to 315 in like no time.
Yeah.
It's very linear, but then once you get towards the top, you start meeting that peak, and like you had that with your bench, where you basically hit that top and that plateau, and you couldn't break past it. Then once you did, your lifts went up like crazy.
3 months.
Yeah, you were stuck at what, 315?
I was stuck at 315 for like 3 months, and then I switched to I did dumbbells and heavy dips for about 6 weeks straight, and then I came back, and within 3 weeks I was benching 385.
Yeah,
like within 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I mean it's I think a lot of people get disheartened. I mean, a lot of people I don't think get to this kind of level of lifting heavy weight. Sometimes you just have to change it up, do something different.
That's what I read. I was like, how do you break through a bench plateau?
And for benching, the dumbbells is one of the best things you can do because you work out so many more muscles too than just straight bench.
Yeah, it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Like I think I was only doing. I think by the time I got done doing dumbbells on bench, I was
exhausted.
I was using the 160s though.
Yeah,
the 160
nowhere
dumbbells.
near your max, but it's because you're using so much more those support muscles.
I could get like the 160s like once or twice.
Yeah.
And that was, really heavy. What's that? Only 320 pounds.
Yeah, because you get that deeper.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Was that you with the dumbbells you get a much deeper range of motion.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can bring it past your chest. They push you past your chest, especially on heavier dumbbells when you can't control them that well. You push them past your chest until you're basically bottomed out, and then you push up. And that's what helps you right there is that.
Did you do incline dumbbell presses? Or did you do straight flat bench dumbbell presses?
Both.
Because I found like incline works a lot more too because you get a lot more of the upper pec as well.
Yeah. I was doing I did nothing but dumbbell presses, straight bench and incline. Mm-hmm. And I did that for like 6 weeks, and that was my bench day. I'd come in, do like 4 or 5 sets, good sets, not warming up sets, but good sets of dumbbell press, then 3 or 4 sets of incline dumbbell press, and then weighted dips for 6 weeks. And then
that's one exercise nobody does. Is first off, pretty much nobody does dips unless they see you doing them, and then doing weighted dips, nobody will do them. I think the only person I've ever seen him was Dr. Dre in that last video that he put out with Eminem. He's doing I think he was doing 225 of that, or not 225, he had 245-pound plates on there. I think
he has like a
he was cut in that video. Did you see that video?
Yeah,
he was ripped. I don't know. He's been out of the game for a while, but he must have been working out like crazy.
I don't know, man, but what's wrong with you? That's what I want to figure out. I think you need to go to a doctor or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got that like the commercial, that low T commercial. That's you.
I think that's
totally
sleep.
You. You need to get some of that andro gel or something like that and rub it all over yourself at night.
See, I would, but at the same time I'm skeptical because I'm only 26.
Yeah, but
that's one of those things you have to use for the rest of your life.
That's when you're. No, you don't.
Yeah, you do, because once you start testosterone treatment, you basically have to use it for the rest of your life.
Well,
I think it's just sleep. So also I think sleep is very important to T production, and the fact that I'm only getting maybe 4 hours of sleep a night doesn't help.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
I don't know.
So I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
When I go to bed at 10:30, it's great.
Why don't you do it?
I'm just too busy doing other shit.
Playing video games,
talking to people, working on some other stuff. Just dicking around essentially.
Well, there you go.
Nothing special.
There you
Well,
go.
the thing is too is I can't fall asleep. Like, I don't know if it's because of all the caffeine I'm intaking or what, but it's like I can't fall
Stop
asleep.
drinking caffeine at 10 o'clock at night.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just
We'll
try
have to
it.
see.
Just turn off all the lights at 10 o'clock and lay there.
Well, I actually have an alarm at 10 to tell me like, hey, you should start getting ready to go to bed, and I always just turn it off. It's kind of like it's like on a permanent snooze button. It's always just turning off. I just turn it off.
You should probably adhere to it.
Yeah, I know.
Set that alarm for a reason.
But yeah, mostly the point of it, I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the thing is I think we're keeping track of what you do helps. Like I said, I keep track of everything, but I have too many unknown variables because I change too many things at the same time. My lifts go down, but I'm sure if I were to look back, I can figure out what it is.
What have you been doing in the past 3 months?
Not sleeping.
There you go.
That's
your answer.
part of it. Not sleeping in the past month and a half, just cutting. Which your list will go down a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, if you're just cutting, you can still maintain.
Should be able to. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't you just go to sleep?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna try doing it, but it's easier.
Well, I'm
said
sitting
than
here trying
done.
to figure out what's wrong with you. It's right there, and the answer's right there.
Yeah, I know. It's not that difficult. But yeah, so I was looking at the heck's it called? Gelatin as a protein supplement.
Gelatin?
Yeah.
Gelatin.
Like, do you know what gelatin is made of? Not Jello, but gelatin.
Gelatin.
Do you know what it's made out of?
Like the stuff that encases pills?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty much straight protein. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Like the stuff that you pour in a toilet
Huh?
as a joke.
What do you mean?
You you pour gelatin in a toilet.
I've never done that.
and then when a person goes to pee, it splashes back up on them.
I've never done that. We've done saran wrap on toilets
No,
and shower
you
heads.
you pour gelatin into the toilet bowl, and then of course it turns into gelatin. And then,
That sounds horrible.
And then a person comes to pee on it, and it splashes right back up on them because it hits the gelatin.
We've just done saran wrap. So people like sit down and take a poop, and it's like right on the saran. Like,
how is
oh,
that?
what the?
How is gelatin gross compared to your saran wrap, man? They gotta pull that out of there.
You can at least flush the saran wrap. You can't really flush Jello.
It's
gonna, like,
flush
clog
the
your-
saran wrap.
Well,
That's
why
gonna
not?
clog
You're
your
flushing a
pipes.
turd down the toilet.
Yeah, but that's
It's a little bit harder to
dissolves.
flush. Yeah, well,
Saran wrap does not dissolve. It's gonna clog
yeah,
your
but
toilet.
Jello will clog. Gelatin will clog your pipes.
You can't flush Jello. You gotta take it out.
Yeah, so tell me how that's worse or better than.
Well, hopefully no one takes a poop. Someone just pees.
Oh, it's disgusting. No, but I was looking at it, and it seems like it'd be a good alternative, but then you find out how it is they make it and what it's made out of, because you can make natural gelatin. It's basically coming out of like boiling like bones and stuff. You get like kind of like, I don't know, the marrow, but like most of it's made out of like cow hides and like just
I
expanded.
mean, I make it here in my apartment.
Hmm?
I make it here in my apartment.
Really?
I case my own my own vitamin supplements.
Well, that's what I know you've seen it. Animal protein, the animal protein powder. That's what it is. It's
No,
gelatin.
I've seen the beef protein powder. I've never seen animal protein powder.
Well, I think that's the brand. Is like animal.
And
it's
they,
like-
they have animal part protein powder.
No, I think it's what it's called. It's called animal, and that's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
what it
I
is.
know
It's
the
gelatin.
company
It's like,
Animal.
oh, beef protein. That's what it is. It's gelatin.
I've seen beef protein.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just gelatin.
But I've heard I read reviews on it. There's like no benefits of going with beef protein versus whey protein.
Well, it's just gelatin, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a debate as to whether it would, with the added I can't speak today, with like collagen and stuff, like it being healthy for you, but
Mhm.
I don't know. There's also debate as to whether it's even safe, because there's the whole mad cow disease, and they presume that with the precautions they take are fine, but they don't really know. They're like, we hope it's good, but we're not really sure.
You
So it
want
is
some mad cow in
possible.
you?
It is possible to get, I guess, mad cow disease from it. So I'm not sure. I have to do
don't
more
think
research.
humans can contract mad cow.
Huh?
I don't think humans are susceptible to mad cow disease.
Yes, they can.
Look it up. Just Google it.
Did you not remember that whole scare they had a couple of years ago with the
No.
mad cow? The people were dying.
No.
Because there's only certain things. There's only certain parts of the cow that you'd have to eat to get mad cow disease. I think it's like a brain type of thing. Like you'd have to eat like the brain or something from the spinal cord. I'm not quite sure, but I know it's something specific. It only lives in certain
Okay,
specific
well, if a
parts of the.
person wants to eat the brain of a cow, they can die.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know if it was exactly the brain or like the spinal cord. It was something where it's one of those things where like you can get that kind of stuff mixed in with other meat.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why when you get like say like a hamburger, usually at a restaurant, you want to get it well done, because you don't know where that's coming from. If it's a filet burger, you're better off. You can probably get a little bit rare, but if you're getting like just it's everything goes, because you don't know what they're grinding in
Mad
there.
cow disease is spread by feeding other cows, ground up cows.
Yes, and what do they feed them? All the expended shit.
But and there's laws
Like
in
bones
America
and all that
right now
stuff.
that doesn't they don't allow. There's laws in America that don't allow that practice anymore.
Well, yeah, because they had that scare.
Yeah, I mean, but South American countries are still allowed to do it, and McDonald's and other fast food chains get the majority of their meat from South American countries.
Oh, I can't verify. I don't know about that.
No, I know. I read an article about it.
On the internet?
Well, of course.
Because everything on the internet is true.
Well, I'm just saying. If you think about it, McDonald's, what are they trying to do? Make a profit, right? I mean,
Yeah, you get all that really
sell the
cheap
cheapest-
beef and with all that other filler
So
stuff.
why would they pay for
Oh yeah, it's
expensive
not,
American
you're not
beef
getting a filet burger.
when they can just import the beef from South America for like pennies on the dollar that they spend over here,
Yeah.
and then just sell it to Americans, right?
Yeah. Oh, McDonald's is so bad.
Well, I haven't touched fast food in years.
Well, last time I had it was when we went on that way back from Jacksonville. Remember?
Oh, that was when we had.
And
it,
I was sick for like 2 days. It was horrible.
Well, that's because you pissed off the lady. She probably took a dump in your food.
What? Oh yeah, she gave me the wrong order, and I'm like standing there. She's like, "You asked for this." I'm like, "Look, my receipt says someone else." I don't
And
know
then
what
she
you're.
wouldn't give it to you. She wouldn't give it to you. She had to get the manager there. That was
I was like, "You
hilarious.
serious?"
She gave you the completely wrong order, and then she gave us the wrong order too.
Yeah, and I was standing there for like 15 minutes. It just was like
remember.
completely ignored me. I was like, "All right."
Oh, I had to come up there.
People are just.
I had to come up there and
dumb.
verify. I was like, yeah, he ordered this. I can tell you.
It was something like she ordered.
But you can't really expect more out of those.
Oh, I know,
out of
but it
people
was
that
something
work
like you
there.
ordered number 1. I was like, number 1. This sounds nothing like number 8.
I remember
whatever
that.
it was.
I
I
remember
was
that.
like, they're not even.
No,
Familiar.
you got number 3, and she gave you number 7.
Or so, yeah, it was something insane, and that was the last time I had fast food. I think.
Yeah.
This is oof.
But no, that's funny though.
Oof. But yeah. I have to do more research on that. The whole gelatin.
If you go to a respectable restaurant though and order a burger,
Oh yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If you go to a nice restaurant and you get a burger, yeah, but like you go someplace, like people go to Applebee's or like in these kinds of establishments, like I'll get it medium rare. And first off,
read another article about Applebee's and Chili's.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, all their meals come pre-packaged from a factory,
and
and they just throw them in the microwave and reheat them.
not really. Depends.
That's what I've heard.
Well, I'll ask that.
I read it. They did a post
but not
about it,
everybody.
and they had a manager, an ex-Applebee's manager, that he said, yeah, he goes, all your food is already in a bag in the back in a freezer. He goes, all we do is either, like if it's a steak, all they do is pull it out and they throw it in the grill for like 2 seconds just to warm it up.
Well, that's how most of them are.
That's disgusting.
Well, see, it depends where you go, because you got. Because like I know
I can go to Publix and buy like any kind of like frozen dinner and do the same thing for like a quarter of the price.
Okay, yeah, but think about it. Okay, like the fried chicken. That fried chicken comes frozen. They're just gonna fry it. Same shit happen. They do.
I'm just saying that's why I don't go there. I don't go to Applebee's.
I don't go there either. It's just calorie dump. But like some places like say Outback, like they do bring in their steaks and they do cook them. It's not like they just reheat them. A lot of restaurants work like that too.
That's an okay steakhouse, I guess. I'm not a fan of Outback.
I rather cook my steak at home.
Yeah, but
going back to the point is like we'll go out to eat for lunch and like a coworker will order like I'll have a medium rare. I'm like, you are dumb, because first off, the guy in the back, it's something.
Where
like,
are you going?
Well, let's say we go like an ale house or something. The guy in the back is not a chef. He doesn't really know what medium well or medium rare is, and he gets it. It literally looked like it wasn't even cooked. It was just like bloody. He's like, what is this? Like, yeah, that's why I always order well done, because he was chastising me for it. I was like, I don't even know what they put in that beef. I'm not going to, especially when you get like one of those frozen things. That's when you know it's like a frozen patty, when they don't ask you how you want it, because they got to cook it all the way through. It's going to be frozen. Oh, it's so nasty too. You see like little, like how it crumbles apart. Like the ones I'm talking about, like kind of like hexagonal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nasty. But people like that shit, so I don't know. But yeah. So I know I told you about it, the powerlifting meet coming up in December. Apparently my gym hosted it last year. At first,
you
SPF.
told me you signed this up for it already.
No, I didn't tell you I signed up for it. I told you I had a meet lined up. Although apparently I won't be able to compete since I can't get below parallel.
You can.
Not. I thought
you can
I pulled.
Just put like 135 in the bar and I'll just push you down.
I thought I pulled every muscle in my hips today when we did that.
No, but you did. When we did box squats. I mean, you were at parallel then.
Was I?
Yeah, that's parallel. We were at parallel for box squats.
I just don't have the hip mobility for it. But if I can do it, I'd like to compete. Yeah, the guy
we'll just put you up in one of those stirrup chairs. And just like stretch you out.
Oh Jesus! I should probably get on that machine that The girly girl machine, the hip flexor
That's
one.
what I'm saying.
The spread eagle one.
We'll put you on one of there, and I'll just yank the freaking. I'll
Oh.
yank the handle until it just opens you all the way up.
Oof. I just had a pain go through my body.
That'll help you out.
Yeesh.
I do those sometimes, and I just pull I just let the weight spread your legs open. It helps.
Yeah, it's like when you stretch, you just feel so much better. I'm gonna have to start doing that. It's one of those things like you should be doing, but you're like, and you don't end up doing it. But yeah, so I don't know what. Obviously, I don't know if it's not. It doesn't appear to be official or anything, but apparently it's locked in December. Because I just looked at powerliftingwatch.com and it wasn't posted.
Powerliftingwatch.com.
Yeah.
You didn't see it on there?
No. So we'll see. But yeah, it's apparently locked in, and they had a lot of really big contenders last year.
That means I gotta start cutting.
Well, it depends what weight class you compete in.
I'm not going up to the 225 class.
Well, what would you compete in, the 200, or did you do down to 188? 198.
There's only you do the 198 class, and after that it's like I forget the class that's after that, but it is.
You can lower this, by the way, if you don't want to stand that high.
That's all right. I don't mind
breaking it.
But no, they do the 198 class, and then after that it's like I can't remember what it is, but it's too far above me.
It's probably 225 and up.
Something like that, or unlimited or something like that. Yeah, open weight class.
That's kind of like when you get to heavyweight. In the boxing, it's like just heavyweight. You could be 200 pounds or 3,000 pounds.
I think they do. I remember the UFC limited it.
Well, they were talking they should get
because you could only. I think the maximum they have for heavyweight is 275.
Well, because they had people like Brock Lesnar get in there. Was just so much bigger.
Yeah, he was 315.
Yeah, that's what they were talking. They should get what are they not? Because there's heavyweight, and then there's just they'll have a different division called. I forget what it's called.
Super heavyweight.
Is it super heavyweight?
I'm guessing.
Something like that. That's my guess. Yeah. Which man, those are the kinds of. Have you ever seen those boxing matches? Like those super heavyweight guys, they don't even block punches. They just keep throwing punches at each other to see who gets knocked out first. No, that's why I like
watching. That's why I watching the super heavyweights because
it's knock each other around.
It's like, first off, it's never going to go a full round because
if it goes 3 rounds, that's been a long fight.
Well, the ones I've seen, it's just like they come out swinging.
Yeah.
And usually within about a minute or so, someone's knocked out.
Yeah. It seems so brutal
because they have so much power,
Yeah, they just knock each other. Oh, have you ever seen that Simpsons episode where Homer becomes a boxer?
No.
He becomes a boxer because apparently, he has a really thick skull, and he can just take punches. So he would just sit there in the middle of the ring and allow everybody else to just punch him to exhaustion. And he just sitting there eating a donut while everybody's just punching the shit out of him.
No, I liked it when he got shot in the stomach with a cannonball.
Well, I remember that episode.
He went with the circus. He got into the circus. And he let him shoot him with a cannonball in the stomach, and then. He was touring around and stuff like that, and he started having stomach pains. He went to the doctor, and the doctor said if he got shot in the stomach one more time, he was gonna die.
You've been shot in the stomach too many times.
That and the crayon episode were hilarious.
Oh, up his nose.
Yeah, where he
turns into a
takes
genius.
him out, and he's a genius, and he doesn't like it anymore, so he puts him back in. And every single one he puts back in, he gets dumber and dumber.
Yeah, I remember Lisa was all like, "Oh my god," because he used to go to the bookstore and stuff.
He was smarter than her.
Yeah,
that was funny.
I forgot why did he put the crayons back in?
Because he didn't like being smart.
But there was a reason. There was something that he was like, "Oh, I can't be like this."
I don't know.
I don't remember. Well, they've only been on the air for 45 years now.
The longest running sitcom.
Yeah. Although those early seasons, it's painful to watch because just the animation is so.
But think about it. If you were back then, though, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like Family Guy. You watch the first season of Family Guy, and the animation is just so off. You're like, ooh.
Or South Park.
It's very raw. Yeah. Well, at least South Park was cutouts, but yeah, it's still raw. Yeah, it's.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah. Oh. Jeez, yeah, it's hard to watch those early episodes. Just like this, it's hard to listen to this shit.
Yeah, it is.
At least we went up from 12 to 13 subscribers.
We need to have callers.
Yeah, but you know what you need for callers is listeners.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying because when I'm listening to radio stations like talk radio in the morning and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I noticed the biggest thing they have is they come up with topics, right?
Well, okay. Prime example.
They come up with a hilarious topic, okay?
They talk about it, then they get callers.
Then they just get callers, yeah. Because all of them, there's usually 3 people, okay? Three a host and 2 co-hosts or something like that.
Yeah.
And so the host brings the topic, and then he says his opinion, and you have the 2 others, and usually out of the 2 others, there's a differing opinion, Yeah. And then they start arguing. Then all they do is get callers to weigh in on that.
Here's a prime example. Here's a prime example that everybody was going to be familiar with is Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, all he does is he comes on, right? He makes a point, like he said. He talks about it for maybe 5 minutes, and then he takes callers. That's it. It's the same
That's
formula.
what I'm saying
Like,
we
listen
should
to
do.
it.
Even if we have to like fake it, like fake colors. We can.
Well, you know what the thing is I think our program, like obviously, if you were listen or this show, if you listen to it like the first, obviously now we're like 30 minutes in. I feel like now it's probably a lot better than it was 25 minutes ago. Like it's very slow to start.
It is. It's
like if
very
you're
painful to listen to the first 20 minutes.
Well, it's like a morning show. You turn on a morning show, right? Let's say they start at 5 in the morning. At 5, it's very raw. They're like still, they've been awake for a while, but it's like very rough.
Don't they get in there like 3?
Well, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's very rough. But it doesn't start kicking up until like 6 when they start kind of like waking up and get into it kind of thing. So it's one of those things. But we are up from 12 subscribers to 13. Once again, if you want a free shirt, show at eatsleeplift.com. Comments, questions, concerns, chastising, whatever the fuck. People do that shit on YouTube all the time. I had a comment today saying we didn't know anything about what we were saying because I said stuff. This jackass needs to make his own videos. I love these little kids who like comment on stuff, but they don't have any videos or anything themselves. It's like, all right, you do this. You come do this.
I mean, it's easy to just ridicule people when you put yourself out there, though. You make videos, you try to be funny, you try to actually get the point across.
Yeah, I don't mind the criticism.
And then
just
you have
give me
people
something.
that come on that just want to flame you. I mean, it's just part of. Yeah. It's just part of it.
It's just
you're gonna get those all the time.
I was saying, it's just disheartening because you see it. I get all these dislikes on the videos, and I don't know what, like the Body Fortress. It's like I don't like 16 plus dislikes for no reason. I don't know because everybody on that video is like, oh yeah, I hate that video. That
the
stuff.
Channel
it's
name
horrible.
is Eat Sleep Live, right?
Yeah.
Because you had someone already had Eat Sleep Lift on there, and he wouldn't give it up.
Well, I didn't ask him. What's he gonna do? How's he gonna get it up?
I don't know.
He hadn't been online in like 2 years.
Get rid of it. I mean, delete it.
You'd probably be like, oh, you gotta pay me for it.
Well, I mean. Well, I'm just saying that if people want to go out there and actually watch the videos we made and see us. Yeah. I mean, this was like a year ago.
Well, you just go to eatsleeplift.com and it's all linked through there too. Yeah. Well, all the podcasts.
If they want to go on YouTube, Eat Sleep Lift Live.
Or Eat Sleep Lift Live. There we go. Because it used to be live, but I've since changed it to live.
To live, okay.
It's funny because it's the same word. It's it's just it dawned on me because I would listen like Eat Sleep Lift Live, and I'm like, yeah, it's great, but like, what about Eat Sleep Lift Live? Because we are recording audio now, so it's like we're live, except we're not really live.
I mean, we need to start recording these and putting them up.
I need to start looking at like
on your channel because I mean we need to get more hits.
Yeah, I just haven't posted the last 2.
How many do we have? Probably like 60,000 hits now on YouTube. But for like 10 videos, I mean that's like nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
well, the thing is, nobody listens to these podcasts. I need to start recording. Well, the thing is, the last time that I ran out of fucking camcorder space.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying we need to get these on YouTube because we have more viewers obviously on YouTube. We made those videos like a year ago, and they're still getting hits.
Yeah, we haven't filmed another
how many
one
people yet. How many people go on Apple's website or iTunes, whatever that, and look up Eat Sleep Lift?
Nobody.
See, exactly. We're hitting the wrong target market.
Well, they're not necessarily going there and looking it up. They're just looking for fitness.
We get it through another medium, like on YouTube, and it has a lot more people on it.
Yeah.
That are just think about it. What do you do all day when you're bored? You just go to the depths of YouTube.
Well, that's the thing about YouTube is it's that's why I need to start getting videos, this stuff, just recording ourselves.
Can't you just throw this on a video and just not have anything?
What do you mean?
Like,
well, that's what I've been doing with the latest podcast.
You've been putting,
but it's YouTube. And YouTube is a video delivery system, so it's just audio. I mean, I could listen to YouTube, just listen to audio there, but some people want to see that visual thing. So
that's why we had the camcorder in here.
And then I ran out of space.
Well, so I'm a dumbass. I mean, how
I just have to clean out the card because for some reason that camera is extremely difficult to delete videos off of.
All right, well, let's go back on topic here.
I don't know what it was we were talking about.
We were talking about the meat in December.
Oh yeah.
December. What's the date?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's sometime in December. They did it last year.
It's for all the people in the Tampa Bay area.
Sports Center Tampa Bay is where it was hosted.
Sports Center. Where is that? Is that your gym?
It's off of Hillsboro. Yeah.
Is that
it's actually my gym. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll be there. I'll be there regardless.
What is it? Sports Center of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So all the people in Tampa or anywhere in Florida that want to actually come out and compete, or
if anybody can hear this.
Yeah. Or our 13 people that are listening to come to watch, come to compete, whatever.
I mean, I'll be there. Shit, we'll probably maybe take the video camera.
Yeah, we should.
Like, look at these guys actually lifting heavy weight. These guys do steroids and these guys don't. Yeah, the guy who told me that, I was like, oh, is it a raw meat or not? He's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, you see these guys put all this chalk and wraps and stuff. I'm like, so it's not raw. I was like, this guy doesn't really know what he's talking about.
Well, he needs to know because if I can put knee wraps on and like a bench shirt or something like that, I mean.
I'll have to talk to the manager. It just depends because usually not there when I get to the gym. Because since I get there so late. Yeah,
that's fine. Just give him a call.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyways.
Like, hey, what's up, Dave?
So we're going to have this meet in December that we're going to go participate in.
If I can get my numbers back up, yeah.
I think I'm going to get my company to sponsor a singlet for me.
Are they sponsoring that whole like the what's that race they're doing? Mud Wars or Mud Rage, whatever.
Mud.
What the hell's it called? Mud Dash.
Tough Mudder.
Tough Mudder.
They are sponsoring it.
They are really.
They have. I think it's like 2 teams from my company that are sponsored by my company doing the Tough Mudder here in Tampa.
Shit, my company would never sponsor something like that.
Coming up in December, I think, as well.
We're still using Visual Studio 2005.
Yeah, well, I think we have that. I don't want to get off topic, anyways, and get into the Visual Studio programming talk. We just lost our 13th subscriber on that comment right there.
There goes 2. You guys talk about stupid shit. Gone.
Yeah. But all right, so we have that meet in December coming up. There was one here. There's a big one here in Tampa in September that's coming up at the end of this. I think it's the 24th.
Was it here in National Tampa? Wasn't it like Brooksville
no,
or
it's
Lake,
like 10
Lake
minutes,
City or something?
It's like 10 minutes north of Tampa or something like that.
So
it's
Tampa?
in a small. Yeah. I'm not going to say that. It was like something. It was some place I've never even heard of, like some little town or something like that around Tampa. But apparently it's a really big meet. They have one that's a national meet, right, or something like that. It's one we actually have to qualify for, and the other one's an open meet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is open. The one in December. It's an SPF. I don't even know what SPF stands for. Something powerlifting.
That's that sunscreen stuff, right? SPF rating on sunscreen.
Yeah, it might be sunshine powerlifting. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, because the one they had last year, I saw it on powerlifting.com, was SPF, first SPF meet in Florida.
It might mean something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we have the meet coming up in December. What else do we have going on?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Nothing.
I mean, I don't have anything planned. I don't.
Trying to get you in sleep in bed by 10 o'clock.
Yeah. That I'm trying to give out shirts nobody wants.
Well, I thought we had something else. Maybe anything else planned to talk about?
Not really.
Not really.
I'm sure there's stuff that we can talk about. I lose track of things.
I thought we had like a little
next week though. We might have to do like a long one and just split it in 2 because I won't be here in 2 weekends, unless you just want to take a week off.
I don't know. We could pre-record.
Yeah, do 2 weeks. Part 1, part 2.
Yeah. Part 1, part 2, and you could just upload the one while you're in New York.
1 week, yeah.
Dennis is traveling to New York to.
I'll just upload it and just have
to
it
go to visit a gym there in New York.
I wish.
He's going to show people how to work out there.
Go to Dave Tate's gym out in North New York. I think it's in Rochester.
They sponsored him to come up there and show people how to work out.
I wish.
They heard of this podcast. They're like, oh man, we gotta get this guy up there.
It would be kind of funny if somebody did like hear something like this, like, hey, we want to sign you guys this or be a sponsor.
That would be awesome if we had a sponsor. I think.
See, but it'd be difficult because what if it was somebody who's you don't
so
believe
like
in?
I think we should do like this thing, like where we have like our like a daily product review or like our once a week product review on our podcast.
We've pretty much been doing that.
Yeah, have we tried anything lately?
Though. Have we tried anything lately?
No.
Have you tried anything?
Well,
we just been drinking.
That's what I was
going
to talk about. Was
a sport athlete XNA or something like that?
The sports athletic. I don't know what it is.
Go get it, or do you know? Or do you just so we know what the name is? I mean, I don't remember what it was because you said you've been having because Jason's been having trouble sleeping apparently. He wakes up like 5-6 times a day or something like that.
5 or 6 times a night.
Yeah, night. So he was trying this quote unquote sleep aid over the counter medication. So he's probably one step from taking Ambien and sleepwalking everywhere while he drives his car over the bridge and ends up in Miami. You're like, what the hell? How did I get up here? You wake up, you're in the water.
I'll probably go to my gym and like lift when if I was like
you're like knocking on the door like 3 a.m.
trying to get in to lift weights. Anyways, so yeah, having trouble sleeping. I don't know what it is because that Bullnox really doesn't have any crazy stimulants in it. So I'm tired by 10 o'clock at night.
You're tired, you just can't sleep.
Just can't sleep, right. So I was in a vitamin store yesterday and refilling my pre-workout tub and just casually asked the guy. The guy was kind of weird, but he was just one of those weird standoffish kind of guys that probably lives at home with his mom in her basement or something like that and does a lot of weird stuff.
Well, not here because there's no basements here.
Okay.
Maybe the attic.
The attic. We got the attic. Closet. Anyways.
Closet. Where do you live in the closet? It's pretty spacious, actually.
So I just casually asked him, I was like, you got anything that really helps with sleep, getting a better sleep at night, and also at the same time is geared towards, building
muscle recovery.
Muscle recovery and stuff like that. He goes, sure, we got this stuff. It's called ZMA with theanine. It's by this company called True Athlete, which it's certified, NSF certified or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically, that's for the like college athletes. Because you know how they can't give them protein shakes and stuff?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, because I remember seeing their protein. It was certified for that, and that like they can take that stuff. It's 100%
So
legit by the NCAA.
I've
rules.
heard about the ZMA stuff, and I haven't really heard anything great about it. It's like something that's kind of like came up to supposedly help you recover and stuff like that, but has never been like tested or proven.
Now, did you follow the directions on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it like one tablet, two tablets?
Abuse
Well, I know,
stuff.
but I mean, like sometimes people are like,
let's just
oh,
look at
take
this.
one every 6 hours, and you take one once a day.
So
kind of thing.
ZMA is actually just a precise combination of zinc and magnesium that may help increase muscle strength and power. Then it has vitamin B6 in it, which enhances absorption and utilization of zinc and magnesium. And then here's the main product that helps for sleep, is this theanine product. Now, I did a little research before I even bought this, and the theanine is the active ingredient that helps you with sleep. It's apparently supposed to help you sleep better at night, a deeper sleep, help you reach that REM sleep cycle, and then wake up, feeling great. And anyways, 3 taps 30 minutes before, 3 tabs 30 minutes before bed, and then you're supposed to have 8 hours lined up for sleep, at least. But anyways, so I took this stuff last night, right? And all it did was give me just crazy dreams.
Now, do you
That
think
was it? But I still woke up like 5 or 6 times. I woke up like 5 or 6 times last night. I was like thrashing around. Like, the reason I was waking up is because I was thrashing around in my bed so much.
Now, was that because of the crazy dream?
Yeah,
You're like fighting sharks or something?
I was.
Now, so at this point, having taken it one time, you don't think it works for you?
I want to take it. I want to take it again.
You are or you're not?
I'm going to.
Okay. So basically, one trial, it hasn't worked for you, but you're going to try it again tonight?
I think last night we had that huge storm roll in.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
It had a lot of lightning and a lot
And the
of
cats are going crazy,
thunder,
right?
And, so I think that might have been part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think tonight I'll take it again and try it. I mean, it definitely got me to sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And definitely gave me these, got me into that deep dreaming.
REM sleep.
Deep REM sleep. So, I mean, that's good. But if it could keep me asleep for 8 hours and not wake up 6 times, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But, yeah. That's all. That's the only product I have that's new.
Yeah.
Besides, let me see, Bullnox, and then...
Well, have you tried Razor again?
No.
No?
No.
See, I tried it. I think I took a half pack
I
a
had
while
that-
back, and
I
I was
had a-
fine.
I had Chipotle last week, so
So good.
that's the only like stomach pounding I could take for a week, because
No fried chicken wings this week.
it is amazing.
Chipotle is so good.
It's amazing going down, but it is.
Now, why is it so bad for you? Do you just load it up with hot
you
sauce
don't
or something?
You don't get trouble. You don't have trouble with
No.
digesting that stuff.
No, see, you gotta realize I grew up eating beans and stuff. When people are like, "Oh, I got gas eating beans," like I don't have that problem.
I don't get
I
gas
was eating beans when I was a kid.
Anyways, yeah, I get I load it up. I get the burrito bowl, steak
So
burrito
you
bowl.
don't even need that tortilla.
And I loaded up with that green hot sauce.
Oh, maybe that's your problem.
I love that stuff. No, it's like it gives an extra flavor to it.
Speaking of hot sauce, I know I somewhat did a video on hot sauces and mustard, but that's a great way to add flavor to things without actually adding calories. If you can stomach hot sauce. I mean, there's obviously very mild hot sauces, but there's so many different kinds of hot sauce. Like Cholula alone has like, dude, I love Cholula. They alone have like, I don't know, maybe 15 different flavors, like lime, chili.
Didn't you buy their
original?
like variety pack?
No, I had it. Somebody got me a variety pack of something else for Christmas. It had like Jamaican, it had like garlic, and it was really good stuff.
Cholula has that like garlic lime one or something like that.
I don't like the lime one, believe it or not.
That one is amazing.
I like just the original one stuff.
That's how I got you hooked.
I got
you a hook on that with Triscuits.
Triscuits.
and Cholula.
Yeah, if you've never tried that, take a Triscuit, like a whatever flavored honey
And
or
just
rosemary
douse
and
it.
olive oil.
Oh, it was
whatever.
the rosemary and olive oil,
Yeah.
which was great. And then you douse that with Cholula
But just
hot
a dot.
sauce.
Just
Just a
it'll have
dot.
like a little glob. It does that little air bubble. Just that first drop as you're pouring it
What?
on. Yeah, Cholula, because the way the bottle is, like, I guess the air pressure, whatnot, you can get one drop and then it like recedes and it's gonna pour out again. But if you stop right after that drop, it's perfect. It's
I
like the perfect
love-
amount.
I love putting like 5 or 6 shakes.
You know what
on
I
it.
realized though is Tabasco. You used to see Tabasco everywhere, right? And it seems like it's been overtaken by Cholula. I don't know if maybe Tabasco got complacent.
Crystal.
And it was Tabasco and Crystal.
hot sauce.
And it seems like they've been overtaken by Cholula, and I'd be kind of curious to actually see the market numbers for that.
Crystal is like 50 cents a bottle.
Oh, I know, but
Cholula
is
like $3 a bottle.
That's a polarizing topic, man. Some people will tell you they love Crystal and hate Tabasco, and some people love Tabasco and hate Crystal.
I love Crystal.
I can't stand Crystal. It's too much. It has too much of a vinegar taste. Obviously,
that's what it is.
It's just. I was gonna say that's what hot sauce is vinegar and peppers, but I don't feel like there's enough pepper in there. There's not enough flavor.
You get all fancy with your hot sauce.
Yeah, I like Cholula, man. Yeah, if you ever see my fridge, there's like a whole rack of hot sauces. We just need to
do shots.
Oh, dude,
determine a winner.
That just made me hurt. That's like seeing somebody kicked on the balls.
We just need to have like half shots lined up of hot sauce and take it.
Well, that's when we went to Tijuana Flats last week. They had that adrenaline rush or whatever.
Is it just me, or does their food suck?
Tijuana Flats, really? I like it. It's probably one of my favorite. It's like one of my favorite Tex-Mex restaurants.
Their burritos compared to Chipotle.
Well, that's your problem. Is you're having a burrito. The burritos are on very good. If you get if you get the soft tacos or like the chimichangas,
it must be that.
No, the burritos you can't beat Chipotle.
The burrito there, it's like more actual tortilla than there is burrito.
Yeah, their burritos aren't very good. But their chimichangas are essentially a fried burrito, but the burritos aren't very good. If you want a burrito, you got to go to Chipotle or a Taco Bus or something like that. Taco Bus has pretty good burritos and horchata. Dude, that horchata. It really sucks. I'm losing weight because I can't eat any of that stuff. We go to like a buffet, like we go to Indian buffet like once a week.
Have you even lost any weight though? You were 200 last week. What are you now?
No, I wasn't 200.
Yes, you were. You weighed in exactly 200
last week.
Yes.
Well, that was at the gym with clothes on and stuff. Okay, so I was probably like 197
naked.
Today I was 194.
And then if you shaved yourself, if you shaved your body, you would lose like another 2
pounds. In my long ass hair that I have on my head, I'd probably lose like 4 pounds. No, I was at 194 today.
You weighed yourself at the gym today?
No, at home.
I don't believe it.
With my
home scales,
shorts
I don't
on.
believe it.
Yeah, 194. No. So hopefully I'll be 188.
So you lost 3 more pounds since last week.
Yeah, essentially. Should be. As long as I can control my eating for the rest of the day.
Now, was this prior poop or post poop?
My poops never move the scale.
They do.
And I've had those massive, that's definitely going to be like a 2-pounder, not even an ounce. Granted, I don't know. The scale is probably not the most accurate.
You got the little deer pellets coming out.
Oh, the little bunny pellets. Dude, those are. And the thing is, it's funny because comics always. They always joke about that kind of shit, but it's funny because we all go through it. Like, oh, that was painful. And you look in the toilet, and it's a little rabbit pellet.
No, I love it. I love it because you get like you're sitting there at work, right? And you're like, oh, you're like after lunch, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a bad one. You're like, I should wait till home to do this. And then you get home, you're like, oh, it's like bloop bloop.
You hear it splash. Bloop, 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 bloop. I can't go to the bathroom.
You're like, what the heck? You're like, what the heck is that?
I don't know if it's people just pooping dinosaurs in there or something, but that toilet always gets clogged. It actually spilled on it. It got close to spilling on me like twice, and it actually like spilled.
We have this Indian guy at work.
Why does he got to be Indian?
Because he is Indian.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
But dude, he you don't ever go to the bathroom after him.
Oh, it's all that curry. It's funny because it's your diet. You know, it's gonna smell horrible. You eat fried food for a week, you're gonna.
We have the open office plan at my company, right?
And so nobody's got cubicles. It's just
right. No cubicles. You have cubes, but they're
low cubes. You can see everybody's face.
Yeah, it's like basically at desk level.
I think IBM does that.
But
or Intel, one of those.
Valve does it.
Well, Valve is a very different company.
But
Valve,
anyways,
yeah,
so the bathrooms are like, there's no really like sound barrier to the office. This one Indian guy, he's very vocal about his movements.
Oh no! Oh no!
You hear? I'm like sitting there like working right, and you hear.
What did you just do, like an Asian into like Middle Eastern?
That's how bad it is, though.
He goes around the world.
He goes from Asian, he goes to the Middle East. Oh, that's how bad it is. He's the only person. Okay, there's these industrial toilets, right? And
those are awesome. It's like on that cruise ship. You ever been on a cruise ship?
He flushes that thing 4 times. I'm like, what have you done in that toilet to require industrial suction 4 times?
Have you ever been on a cruise ship?
Okay,
they basically have those kinds of toilets where like
goes right out to the sea.
It's like a vacuum. It's like
that's like an airplane.
That's like an airplane. Yeah, it's like if you clog one of those things, like you have issues because
have you been on an airplane anytime?
No, I never go on a bathroom on an airplane.
Have you seen how small they become?
No, because I've never been to one. I've the only extent of
But
what
like
I've seen
when,
on airplane
I'm
is
sure
when I see
you went.
videos.
Did you ever go one
movies.
time?
No,
Like,
never,
well,
ever,
okay.
never.
Well, I fly a lot. I used
I'll
to fly
hold
a lot,
it.
right?
I'll
and
hold
I'd
it
go to the
before I go to
bathroom.
the
And
bathroom.
used to, you could actually move around in there. Like
Well,
you could.
well, the thing is now is it's such a pain in the ass to get up and go to the bathroom. It's
Well,
because
it
of the whole
is.
terrorist thing. It's like, sir, you
But-
can't go. I'm like, look, I'm gonna piss my pants. I need to go to the bathroom. Like, sir, you need this. It's like, okay, all right, fine.
When I was on the plane
So I just
to
go
Puerto
beforehand.
Rico, like I had to go. There's like no getting away from it.
You could use a vomit bag.
I had to pee, and I had to pee, and it was a big plane. It wasn't a small plane by any means.
It was like a 737, 747.
Yeah, I think it was a 737. Wasn't a 747. Wasn't a big.
Oh
one.
yeah, no, that's only for like cross country,
But
cross
it was
ocean.
like it was a 737, Boeing 737, right? And I was like, all right, I gotta pee. So I get up to go to the bathroom, and like all the stewardess and stuff are standing in the back of the plane around the bathroom, and stuff like that. And I open up the door. I'm like, am I really supposed to get in here?
You have to like turn sideways.
Well, and that's why I couldn't even hardly close it. Like I had to like suck in, like like really like crunch myself in, and then pull the lock. And then my like arms were like pressing against the door. I was like, yeah, like the door was about to break open. That's how
Maybe
small it was.
Just don't fart too loud or anything.
Yeah. Oh, and then the toilet seats are gross.
Oh, well,
in there.
apparently there was an article about like people guys go in there and stuff and just do their thing a lot.
There's
in
like
bathrooms.
it's just like it was like gross. There was like
Oh.
toilet paper all over like the
DNA
seat.
everywhere.
There
Ew.
was like toilet paper all over the seat, like hair everywhere.
I just rather avoid bathrooms. Just go
It was
before.
worse than a porta potty at like a festival or something like that.
Porta potties are nasty. And then once like if you're doing something around sunset and the lights start to go down and then they kind of off of the beaten path, like there's no lights, it's just pitch black in there. You're just like, all right, I guess this is where the toilet is. Like the big ones, like the handicap stall ones, have you ever been in those? You're just like, all right, I guess this is where the toilet is. Just take a leak. Like, nope, missed.
That's the king stall at my work.
That's the king stall.
I always go to the king stall. If someone's in the king stall, I go out. I leave.
We used to have.
I'm like, oh, I just came in and washed my hands. Now I'm done. And I sit
remember-
there and just watch the door.
I remember we used to have in college, in the dorm, we used to have, there was a big shower and there was a small shower. And you'd always probably want to get out of the big shower, but we would all wait for the small shower simply because the water pressure and the heat in that one was amazing. Like we would literally get a line waiting to take a shower in the small one. It was literally like that, like a little airport bathroom or airplane bathroom. You had to kind of get in a little sideways, but the pressure on that thing, oh, it was magical. It was just like it was someone who was pelting you with like
That
out
old
of a
guy
fire
that came out of the
hydrant.
bathroom last week at the gym just naked.
Dude, what the fuck was that? That old fat fuck just came out like all naked, just flaunting his shit. It's like, dude, put something on, a fucking towel or something. No one wants to see your wrinkly shit. That was nasty. Oh, I'm trying to think of what the guy looked like. He almost like if you could envision like a fat Beethoven, like the composer,
Yeah.
walking around with that kind of hair, like
He had
just
long,
like
long white hair.
yeah. It was like, what the hell, man? Dude, that's
That's what they do,
disgusting.
man. That's what old people love to do. The old people
And he
love to
wasn't
walk
even
around
wearing.
naked.
You know how I know it was nasty? Because the dude wasn't even wearing shower shoes, man.
No, he wasn't. I
No,
remember that.
that's nasty.
I remember
ass
I had the whole
shit.
conversation
That
go,
is
did you
nasty
see
ass
that guy?
shit.
And I was like, no, I didn't see him. He goes, so you said, he wasn't even wearing shower shoes. I'm like, I saw an old white guy come naked out of the shower. I just turned around and left. And you're like, he wasn't even wearing shower shoes. What's wrong with him?
You gotta do that quick scan, man. You gotta see what they're wearing.
That stuff is gross. All kind of bacteria growing in there.
Oh, God knows what people do in those showers.
I know what they do in those showers.
Ugh, I don't want to know.
I'm sure you
Ugh.
can imagine what they do.
Well, I
in
mean,
those
they
showers.
had to put a sign on the urinals. Don't spit your go in the urinals because it clogs them up. So God knows what the hell people are doing.
Did you see that? You might have seen that picture on Reddit of the dog who ate bubble gum.
No.
He was pooping bubbles. It was awesome.
Well, I had a friend who told me that his uncle one time was loading ammunition, and I guess he fell asleep and he wakes up and he's like, what the hell happened to all the powder? He's like, maybe I used it. And then something, I guess he hears his dog howling or something, and his dog was pooping fire because I guess the dog ate the powder.
How would it ignite?
I don't know. That's why I was kind of curious.
Pooping
But
fire.
yeah, he's like, this poop was on fire or something.
I think it would have been
I know. I obviously there's a lot of holes in the study, but I thought it was pretty funny.
in the study. Is the
Or
study?
not the study, but the story rather.
Oh, okay.
Remember, I mumble.
I thought you might have a study going on.
A study of dogs eating
You started
ammunition
You
powder.
started feeding poopy ammunition powder.
Oh, God,
black
the dog,
powder.
she'd explode.
The floss in the butt.
Oh, she's a little toy poodle. Oof.
All right, we're way off topic.
Yeah.
We got so far off topic.
We're at 54 minutes. We could actually probably cut it
Let's
here.
just go ahead and cut it.
Yeah.
Let's I have something to say to remind everyone. We need to start getting callers. That's what it is.
Yeah, we need to get people to listen.
Well,
Well, half the people don't even know we do a goddamn
we should
podcast.
just have
I post that shit on
Put it-
Facebook and nobody knows.
no. Put it on YouTube Start putting it on
I
YouTube.
do put it on YouTube. Well, like I said, I
And
put
then
the last
we'll
two. But
post the next time that we're going to do a podcast, and we'll have like a phone line set up.
how are we gonna get a phone line?
I don't
Just
know.
Skype. It's the only
Skype,
way.
sure.
Well,
You can
yeah.
record that through your computer and
Yeah, I
record
know.
it.
That's the only way to do it.
Let's do it on
Just
Skype
Skype.
then. Get like a Gmail number or something like that, or a Skype number. I don't know.
But like I said, nobody's listening, so that's the hard part.
It doesn't matter. We can do this
Doesn't
until we
matter.
get one caller. Then we're gonna have one caller, and then more and more callers. Then we're gonna become famous.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna quit our jobs and become
Is that what you want to be?
DJs.
You want to be famous DJs? Waka waka waka.
Yeah, famous DJs. We can do that. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Next week, let's do a Skype call. Let's just like let people call in.
Oh, I mean, we can set up. Yeah, it's just a matter of nobody's gonna call.
Well,
We'll get
how about we do
random
this?
people to call.
How about we
We'll
do
get our
this?
friends
we
to call.
We set up a Skype call. We put
Uh-huh.
out the number on this podcast and like in the text comments or something like that. We can put out the number to call for the next podcast.
Let's get a Twitter account. Nobody listens to the Twitter account.
Well, whatever. Let's just do something. Or we get the number.
We'll
Let's put the
try and
number.
figure something out. But yeah, questions, comments, concerns, or free
Where do you want?
shirts.
Where do you want to email them to?
Show at eatsleeplift.com. That's SHOW at eatsleeplift.com.
And watch
Yeah.
other videos, other YouTube videos at Eat Sleep Live Lift Live.
Live. Eat Sleep Lift
Sleep
Live.
Lift Live.
That's the YouTube channel.
on YouTube channel. Yeah.
It's all
You
linked on eatsleeplift.com.
You can see our old
our old
YouTube-
selves.
Yeah, our old
You
YouTube
can see how
videos.
we've come in like a year and a half. When was that first video?
Well, we don't have any. That was well over. That was like when I first started working out.
Yeah, that
again.
was over a year and a half ago.
That was like right when I first started working out again. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was coming off an injury, so I was actually kind of fat, out of shape. Because I think that was at my knee. I don't remember.
We started doing those videos. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I had short hair.
We don't have any pictures or videos of us currently.
Yeah, we should probably do that. Yeah, the thing is, like I said, it's hard to set up videos, and editing it's a long time. Wow, it's a big commitment. It's just lighting alone, but yeah, whatever. Send us whatever. We'll let you know.
Maybe we'll get a 14 subscriber. That would be awesome.
Maybe that would be kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know, but we'll see.
Till next time.
Then it's Jason eatsleeplift.com. Lift heavy.
Have a nice week.
Cause if you don't care, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix.